Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. All right, honey, listen. These downloads, they be just trickling down. Okay, listen. First of all, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal, beautiful day. If not, do understand and get your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. Okay, that's first off. Okay. Listen, honey girl. All right, first off, let me do this thing for my page. 1 second, honey. 1 second. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to come on anyway, because you know how you guys be. You be taking your time. Taking your time on the drop of a dime. Honey, I'm a rapper, sign me. Sign me, honey, I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper. Sign me. Sign me. You see how I'm putting these Jews together? I'll put it there already. Oh, wait. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just adding this stuff to my YouTube channel. So I got a new video out. Okay. Sunny days ahead. So if you growing through something, okay, that video, because you know I come with the energy, okay, this video is going to be much different, because I be getting these downloads, and when I get these downloads, it just forced me to do videos, okay, which is not a bad thing. I mean, I love what I do, to be frank. I love making content. And you know what's so crazy? Because a few years ago, I never could have been on camera like this. Like, I would take all the pictures in the world, right? But of course, I had to have the makeup on and the lashes and everything else on in order for me to take the pictures. But nowadays, honey, I show up as myself. Okay, so it's either you accept it, cause you accept you, or you don't fuck with it, and that's cool. Okay, that's really cool. So. Okay. Woo! Okay, so first off, all right, I got like 3 things to talk about. First off, you want to get so excited about your damn life, okay? And I know I don't mean like a little excited. So this is what do it for me, okay? I tell you guys all the time what I do, okay? And this has come from me investing in myself, okay? Whatever money you put out, okay, those investments that you make, the best investment you could ever make is in yourself. I remember I had heard Warren Buffett say that, right? The billionaire. And he was like, the best investment you could ever make is the investment in yourself, okay? And when I was investing in myself by attending seminars or attending these conferences, like for the whole year or whatever it was like that, I didn't know at the time, right? Being around like-minded individuals, you're going to have a return on investment back on your investment. Okay. Ooh, return on investment, right? So listen, what I tend to do is, first of all, if you got to understand, you're a fucking alchemist. Okay. You are the creator of your reality. The alchemist looks at whatever it is that they may be growing through, and they see that they can change it. You have the right to change whatever it is that you want. In the morning time. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I do to keep me at high vibrations. One of the things that I do, I speak life into me. I affirm who the fuck I am. Okay. Once upon a time, didn't know who I was, but I affirm who I am. So that goes something like, I am love, I am peace, I am success, I am abundance, I am, I am confident. I am deserving. I am worthy. I am a millionaire. Honey, I don't give a fuck where you are right now. Do not allow where you are right now to stop you from where you going. Okay, that is, and first of all, you got to stop paying attention to these 5 things. You got to stop paying attention to what you can feel, taste, smell, touch, feel. Okay, you got to go to a higher frequency, where so you operating based upon will, intuition, reason, imagination, and perception. Okay, you gotta go there, because when you go there, okay, when you operating from your imagination and your intuition, you could connect the dots looking backwards. I had got that from Bob Proctor, who got that from Steve Jobs. One of the things that Steve Jobs said is you could connect the dots looking backwards. Okay, everything in your life that done showed up, it is an expression of where your consciousness was at that time. That's one. 2, also, you can use that to understand that all the stuff that you grew through, okay, you're still here. You're still alive. Okay. You got through that shit. And so that means that you're going to get through this. Whatever it is that you're going through, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but pretty baby, the light is there. Okay. You see like the energy. It feels like I got to hurry up and get this out before I lose it. Before I lose what I have to say. Okay. That. Then also, I want to talk to the people that's out there co-parenting. Let me tell you something. I get so focused on, you want to focus on what you love to do. Okay. I cannot control what the other parents do. Okay. In my children's lives, but I damn sure can control my perception. I can control what I do. And what that is me paying attention to what I love. Me paying attention to what I enjoy doing. Me adding value. Me putting value out into the world. Me being purposeful. Me, studying. And always ready to evolve. Always ready to enhance who the hell I am. Okay. I can do that. I can focus on what the hell I want. What I want is, honey, making $10,000 every month consistently. And so I'm going to be around other people that's doing the same exact thing. Other content creators. Okay. I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to do stuff that is going to get me the results that I never had. I'm going to do stuff that is different than what I normally would do. I'm going to do stuff that the next person who probably thought they knew me. Okay. That even if you knew me a week ago, honey, call me new. Okay. Cause this is the new. Okay. Listen, you got to understand that every day you should be growing. Every day you should be doing something different. Every day you should be learning. I don't give a damn if it's something so minute. Okay. Every day you should be learning something different. It does not matter what that difference look like every day. And you know what? This is what I realized. Okay. I told you guys about the affirmations when I would affirm myself and I would say, I am love, I am peace. And my children would laugh at me. You got to be willing to do stuff that you're going to get laughed at. Okay, that you're going to get laughed at by the masses. Okay, because you don't want to be in that box and you don't want to be a part of the masses. Okay, if you want to be a part of the masses, honey, you're going to keep on getting what the masses get. If you want to be a part of ordinary as opposed to extraordinary, honey, you keep on doing the same exact shit that you doing. But what I see in my life is, honey, I got to do different. What I see in my life is I deserve different. What I see in my life is I deserve more. What I seen in my life that in this here goddamn universe, it is available to each and every one of us and is not a such thing as bias or lack or scarcity. Okay, those are the limits that you put on your goddamn self. So if you telling yourself you don't deserve it, you damn real you don't deserve it. If you telling yourself that, the skin color, of course, that's what's going to keep showing up. If you telling yourself, your childhood environment, the way you grew up and all this other stuff, that's what you're going to keep on attracting. Because remember this, energy grows where energy goes. If you keep on telling yourself this shit that you don't like showing up in your life, honey, the key is to stop telling yourself that shit. The key is to stop focusing on it. And some may say, well, Dina, how can I stop focusing on it? Well, I just told you what I do. Okay. Whenever you have an idea, right? Idea that you don't want to show up, honey, you change it. How you gonna change it? What I do is I listen to stuff that is positivity. I listen to stuff about personal development. I meditate on it. I take a nap. Anything to take my mind and attention off that thing that I don't want to show up in my life. Okay, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta start understanding that you are the creator of this. You gotta start getting that you are the one that's creating this. If you are constantly blaming things outside yourself, oh, the government, all this, all this going on, my mama, my daddy, all they doing, honey, that's what's going to constantly show up in your life. But if you look at your life and you say, listen, this is showing up, this is a pebble to a giant like me, okay, and I have the ability to change my perception and change my damn focus, because you do. Also, once you start doing the thing that you absolutely love, certain things is not going to get to you. Right now, I'm not saying that you won't be faced with adversity, but you'll be able to maneuver differently. Okay. Once you become aware of what you putting out and become aware of, oh, I do this because of the childhood trauma, right? I can't blame my parents, because my parents did the best that they did. They did the best that they knew how to do. A person cannot give you something they do not have. A person cannot give you apples if all they have is oranges. A person can't give you love if they don't even have self-love to give. Okay? If they don't even have self-love within themselves, how the hell they gonna give you love, okay, and they don't even have self-love within them? Another thing is this: be authentic on your goddamn journey. Be very authentic on your journey. So when I was listening to rapper B.O.B., when I first started going through my spiritual awakening, right, just becoming aware, right, and like sort of him turning the light on, because certain shit didn't make sense to me. I would question stuff. Certain things just didn't seem right to me. It seemed like it was off. That's the only word I could describe. Like, my reality, it just seemed off. It didn't make sense to me. Right? And I never had somebody I could talk to, like, be like, oh, you know what? This shit don't make sense to me. I remember I told my mother, I said, sometimes it feel like I'm in a dreamy state. Right? And my mother, she understood like what I meant, but some things just didn't make sense to me. And from me questioning and from me going through certain things, that brought me to here. That brought me where as though I didn't give a fuck how I showed up on social media. Okay. That brought me to me accepting my damn self. Right. That brought me to understanding that if I accept me, I'm a come across individuals that accept themselves and love themselves and appreciate themselves, right? But first I had to go through the trenches. I had to go through me not liking myself, me not accepting myself, me not loving myself because I didn't know how to. Okay. And so getting back to my point, so when I went through my spiritual awakening, right, just becoming aware, that's really what your spiritual awakening is awareness, okay? You being aware of why you do the shit that you do, not why anybody else do what they do. And consciousness, people be saying the conscious community, I don't know about that, okay? What I do know is I'm going to pay attention to what I got going on, because what I got going on, that's what's going to finna change my life. If I'm aware of what I'm doing, it's going to change my life, not what anybody else is doing. Okay. So one of the things rapper B.O.B. has said before, and this was the second time that I came across this, and you guys know I talk about synchronicity a lot. Synchronicity is basically the universe is speaking through something to speak to you. So it's like a medium, I guess you can say, or a telepath, right? So I was listening to rapper B.O.B., and one of the things he said in that video, he was like, make sure you be yourself. Like, no matter what it is on your spiritual awakening, like, be yourself. And a part of me lost that. So I did a video a few weeks ago, matter of fact, a few days ago, and I said that at times I have an issue with authority, right? Like me speaking up for myself. And that all goes back and stems back from my childhood, right? And I remember, it was once upon a time I was a hothead, okay? And it seemed like I sort of lost that. Like, it seemed like I became more so of a people pleaser as opposed of me being a hothead. Now, this is what I'm going to say. In this here universe is a such thing as is called duality. is the yin and the yang. You need balance. You need balance, because if you just like, well, I'm just gonna be so nice, right? Then that means that you living for somebody else, right? It's about you having balance. And I already told you guys, niceness actually derives from Latin, which actually means foolishness. So it's about you being kind, but also you supposed to be like, bitch, I ain't the one to fuck with. Okay. So it's about balance, really, right? And so what I had stopped doing was, it was certain music I would listen to, and I just stopped listening to it because I'm like, I gotta just focus on personal development. I gotta focus just on this because I want to attain my goal. But when you being authentic, you gonna be able to attain your goal. Now, I'm not saying listen to drill music. Honey, you do what works for you. But what I see in my life is I definitely need balance, and you definitely need balance. And in order to obtain and achieve your goals, honey, you can't just focus on just like, all right, your main focus. My main focus is my passion and my purpose. But I also have to do stuff that I enjoy doing. I also have to do stuff that I love, because if not, what are you doing it for? And then you're going to come to the point where, so you like, fuck this, right? You're going to be like, what was the real reason I started it for? So you got to focus on what you love to do, but also still be you. Still be authentic. And so the other day I was listening to Nipsey, right? I was listening to Nipsey Hussle. When I'm going to the dollar store and I'm making those videos about vlogging and all this other stuff, vlogging at the dollar store, vlogging at Lidl, vlogging wherever, whatever store I'm in, when I'm on YouTube and I'm making those videos, I listen to stuff that is going to like really put me in that zone. And one of the albums I listened to, well, it's actually the whole, is a few albums, but it's Nipsey Hussle. And when I listen to that, it just makes me feel like, honey, you ain't saying shit, right? We here. It just put me in a different focus, right? And it allows me to like, and say what you want. It allows me to be like, what you say? Right? And I get it. That's why they say, pay attention to what you listen to and stuff like that. And like I said, you want to have a balance, right? You want to have a balance. So, still do whatever it is that you do, but you want to be learning. You want to be changing your perception, if that makes sense. I hope this makes sense to you guys, right? You want to be changing your perception. You want to be changing your focus, but still you don't want to lose yourself in the midst of it. And sometimes, okay, you may, and I know this sounds like a contradiction, you may have to lose your senses to come to your mind. I get that. But you don't want to just be like, all right, well, I just gotta be like, all day, and then just be like, some more, and then just like focused on that, right? No, you want to still enjoy life. You still want to enjoy life, okay? But the whole important thing is awareness. If I could share anything, I can't give you guys nothing, okay? Because you already know this stuff. It's just, you got to get back to it. You know this stuff already. I can't give you nothing. I'm just sharing my journey with you guys. But you know this, and you are capable of this. You are capable of turning whatever it is that appears to be a certain way, turning it into something that is going to work in your favor. You are able to do that. Okay? You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in you, who the fuck is going to believe in you? And if they did believe in you, it's not going to be as important as you believing in yourself. Just like self-esteem. All them years I would get compliments. Oh, girl, you look nice. Oh, girl, this. Oh, girl, that. But I didn't feel that way about myself. So although I was hearing it, right, I wasn't really feeling it when people were saying it, because I didn't look at myself like that. And so I had to start changing my perception. Self-esteem is about how you feel about yourself, not about how somebody else feel or how somebody else could validate you. That's the problem. You looking for other people to validate you. They cannot validate you. They cannot give you something that they do not have. If somebody don't think that they beautiful, how the fuck they gonna be like, oh, you beautiful? Or even if they say it, sometimes it could be out of envious or jealousy. I had a guy that I used to date, and I don't know, whatever. That's for another day. But you just gotta become aware of what you putting out. Understand that energy, vibration, frequency is all real. It's all real, and you don't have to believe in it. Like, I'm not on here like trying to convince anybody of my belief systems. No, you got to do what works for you, because the journey that you on, okay, that journey is for you. It's not for anyone else. It has always been your journey. And when you start getting sidetracked, like, oh, what this person doing? Let me do it the way they doing. Then let me do it. You're going to lose your uniqueness. You're going to lose it. Because you're going to be feeling like, oh, well, you know, they did it for, you know, they've been vegan for, you know, 100 days, and let me do it. And then I'm not saying maybe you're not supposed to be there, but you looking at this person and you like, all right, well, I got to do it today. I just did a fasting, right? I did a fasting and I put the video up on YT. Okay. And, I was very authentic and transparent, right? I did a fasting. The fasting was supposed to last for 3 days. Honey, I did it for 1 whole day. Okay. Did I beat myself up afterwards? Like, oh, well, you know, I ain't eat nothing. I mean, I ate something the second, you know, day 2, and I said I'm going to do it for 3. No. And I'm going to be transparent. It's like, you either accept me being transparent or you fucking don't. And if you don't, I don't give a fuck. Chances are you don't accept it because you trying to be something that you can't even obtain. So you think I'm a kid? No, that's not my business. That's not my focus. My focus is me doing what the fuck I love to do. My focus is me being aware of the things that I'm doing. My focus is, Dina, this is your fucking journey, okay? This is your lane. You stay in your lane and let other people stay in their lanes. That's it. That's it. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. Honey, the energy was just like, ooh, I gotta flow, okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys got something from this. Always understand that you are the creator of your life, right? You got to start questioning stuff. Start looking at your reality like, this don't make sense. I don't know about this, but this don't make sense, right? And what I do is I just focus on what I want. I keep focusing on what I want, because in a few months, my life gonna look so different that I am going to have to pinch myself. I'm just gonna be like, damn, all of this? Okay, who would have imagined? You gotta see your life like that. You gotta start focusing on what you do want. Not so much, not what you don't want to show up. Because the universe, it does not know yes from no. It doesn't know that. It just knows energy. Energy, vibration, frequency. That's all it knows. And so if you focusing on what you don't want, your vibration gonna be off. Your energy is gonna be very tainted. And the frequency that you on is gonna be a low frequency. Why? Because you focusing on what you don't want. Those things that you want, okay? That Mercedes, that house, those clothes, the money, the relationships, and don't get it misconstrued. Because once upon a time, I used to be like, oh, I'm spiritual. None of that stuff matters, right? But I deserve abundance, okay? I deserve abundance. While I'm here, honey, I deserve abundance, okay? Now, I'm not saying that stuff matter more than me. See, I used to do that before. I used to put stuff on pedestals, right? I'm not saying that, okay? Because when you feel like that stuff matter more than you, then you're going to start going against your integrity and your morals. I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is, you damn real, you deserve the good life. You don't think so? You don't think you deserve the good life? You don't think that you deserve to travel whenever the fuck you want? You don't think you deserve to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, you know what? You had a dream to go to Bora Bora, and you like, you know what? We going to Bora Bora. Let me book this goddamn flight. And you don't even care about the price. You just like, cause the money is there. The money is there. So the people with the scarcity and lack mindset, that's like, oh, money. Where's the money gonna come from? Where's the money? Honey, they printing money every fucking day. And you really believe it's not enough? You gotta change your thinking. They printing money every single doggone day. And you really believe it's not enough money for you? You got to change their thinking. And so you deserve it. You deserve it. Stop looking at your life and being so conditioned and conformed to what you have created already. You paid for it once. You don't deserve to pay for it again. Okay? You paid through your consciousness where you was at that given time. You don't deserve to pay for the shit again. Okay? You don't deserve to keep on going through the same exact shit. You paid once or twice. Come on now. Okay? How many damn times you gonna pay? That's the question. That's what you gotta ask yourself. I done paid several times. How many more fucking times I'ma pay? And stop. Look, you keep on blaming whoever it is that may have done whatever it is, okay? But they not suffering like you. Or maybe they are. Some people done passed on. They done released this avatar and they done moved on in different form. And you still holding them accountable. And you still like, oh, well, my life would have been so much different if they would have just been better. Do you really know that? You don't know that. You don't know that your life would have been better. Your life probably would have been even worse fucked up. I used to say that, you know, when I couldn't understand why my mother didn't have custody of me. I used to feel that way. Like, if my mother had custody of me, my life would have been better. No, it necessarily wouldn't have. I don't know that. I don't know that. Okay? Because I look at some of the shit my children do and I was in their lives. Okay? And I started thinking like, what the fuck? Okay? So you don't know that. You don't know that. You going based upon what society say, oh, well, your parents, they supposed to be there. What if your parent was so unavailable and bottom not being it? What if your parent was on drugs so much? And there's no judgment, right? Because we all have vices. But what if your parents was on drugs so much that if they would have been there, so much shit would have happened to you, right? So much things would have happened to you. You probably would have been molested. And I'm not saying, maybe you living somewhere else, you wasn't molested. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if your parent was there, you don't know where you would have winded up. I hear people say, God's rejection is his protection or something, right? And I tell you guys, whatever, right? So I say source rejection is source protection. So, and it doesn't matter if you say God, Allah, whoever, ancestors, the yin and yang, honey, it doesn't matter what you call it, okay? You can't get wet from saying water. And the reason I said that is because I know sometimes, when you start saying God or you start saying, I personally don't be saying God, I say universe. But when you start saying certain things, you tend to lose people because, they really believe that. They really believe in separation. So, getting back to what I was saying, you do not know if your life would have been different. You don't know that. You don't know that. Your life could have been even 20 times fucked up. You don't know that. So everything that you've been through, you grew through. Okay? And you growing through it. Don't allow your past to stop you from obtaining the things that you desire, the things that you want. Because you're worthy of so much more. You worthy to be driving in that luxury car if that's what you want. You worthy to be, shopping, taking your children out whenever it is that you want to take them out. You worthy of having so much money in your fucking account, you can't even account it. You got to have somebody else to tell you the damn numbers because you can't even fucking read it. Okay? You worthy of that. So stop looking at your life and feeling like you. And let me tell you another thing. I hear so many people like, well, God ain't going to put nothing on my plate that I can't bear. You putting this shit on your plate. You putting this on your plate. See, when my lights got cut off before, once upon a time, if I kept using Well, this is the way I seen the adults do it when I was a kid. You know, they would take all their money. They wouldn't, face up their emotions, and they wouldn't deal with themselves. So they would use, the money as an outlet. Instead of I guess. Use the money as an outlet and then just shop, just to stay away from their current reality and escape. If I use that shit, my life would be all fucking again today. If I use that, see, everything that you growing through, it stems from somewhere. It stems from somewhere. I didn't have to go to therapy for somebody to tell me this shit. I mean, I've been to therapy a few times, but I didn't have to go to therapy. I got one thing out of one therapist, and I never forget what he said. It was one thing. It was, you got to put your big girl panties on because you allowing your inner child to run the show. And you got to put your big girl panties on, and you got to basically stop allowing your inner child to run the show looking for love. That's what I got. One thing. All this other shit, it didn't come from therapy. Not saying therapy isn't it. Not saying you got to do what works for you. Okay? Not saying religion isn't it. You got to do what works for you. But if certain shit keeps showing up in your goddamn life, it's for you to start questioning that shit. It's for you to start saying, well, why I keep going through this? Why I keep on going through that? What is life trying to teach me? What is life trying to show me? It's always showing you something. It's always showing you something. You just not paying attention to what it's showing you. Because maybe perhaps you too busy blaming other people for why you are the way you are, or why you in the situation that you're in. When in fact these people, they couldn't give you whatever the fuck you wanted on a best day. They just couldn't give it because they didn't have it in them to give it. And if you get that, I mean like really get that. If you really get that and start understanding it, your life gonna change. Your life gonna change. But until then, you're gonna keep on going through the same exact shit. If it's not for a bad paycheck, how the fuck would you know how to aim for a better one? If it's not for fucked up health, how would you know how to aim for better health? If you're not going in and out of the hospital, how would you fucking know? Oh shit, well maybe I need to do some things differently. If it's not for you, getting into these relationships with, so you looking for love because maybe your mother and daddy wasn't unavailable, they wasn't emotionally there or whatever it was. Now you feel like you have a self-love deficiency. Now you're looking for love from all the wrong damn places, and you hoping that these people love you. They give you something. They can't give it to you neither, because if you're incomplete, you look at yourself incomplete. You look at yourself as unworthy of love. How the fuck you think you're gonna attract love? I'm like my youngest daughter when she be like, what's wrong with her? You're not gonna attract it. And you can't catfish the universe because it goes off of energy, vibration, frequency. You can't catfish it. So if you're like, well, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna fake it till I make it. I'm just gonna, dress up and then, I'm gonna make like I got so much confidence. Honey, I tried that shit. That shit definitely didn't work. If you seen the dudes that I was in relationships with, you would have been like, what the fuck, girl? I see where you really was crazy. I see where you fell off the deep end at, cause you would start questioning. You would start questioning my sanity. You would start saying, you was alright. You was messing with what? Right? You would start questioning. Because it's funny and it trips me out, right? And this is another thing. Okay, and then I'm gonna have to let you pretty folks go. This is another thing I used to do. So when I had my spiritual awakening, one of the things that I seen was even like the old me, right? Because there's stages to this. And it's not for you to be like, oh my goodness, I did this. Oh my goodness, I should never did it. It's not for you to beat yourself up. It's for you to be aware and pay attention to however you feel. So one of the things that I realized was, I remember when I put up pictures of myself, right? Like pictures from back in the day, when I had the straight hair and the lashes and all this other stuff. And I remember this guy said to me, he was like, you looked it better back then, right? And I was upset, and I was like, what? Cause, I'm like, oh, I'm natural now. People should appreciate it and other stuff. What I come to realize, everybody ain't there. Okay, everybody not there. And also, if I'm being very transparent, I felt like the old version of me, a part of me, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Like, once I became like spiritual and stuff, I felt like, ooh, I started looking at myself like, you was so weak. You was this, you was that. So I started, but that part of me is still in me. It's still a part of me. Now, certain shit I don't do, but that person is still me. And the other day I was questioning, because doing YouTube, and when you're doing the thumbnails, right? The big picture and you got the words, you see the words, the thumbnails. And a part of me was like, to put up older pictures, right? Because I was like, if I put up older pictures, the people that's there, right? Because you got to understand, everybody isn't where you are. We all on a journey, okay? Everybody isn't where you are. And so what I say, okay, I started thinking, you got pictures from you back in the day. Put those pictures up. Because it'll gravitate the right person. They'll see the picture and they'll be like, oh shit, let me click on this. But when they see it, they're going to get this. And they're going to get a message. So the picture is just like captivating, right? Pulling them in. It's like the hook. Pulling them in. And then when they get on there, they're going to be so intrigued by the message that they ain't even going to be like, oh shit, she tried to catfish us with that picture. Right? That's how I see it. That's what I see. Okay? You got to start, listen, Linda. Okay? Listen. Accept who you are. Understand you are the creator. Understand that everything you growing through, it is for you. Now, you could keep on giving excuses and keep on saying, well, no one showed me how to handle my money. No one ever showed me what financial literacy looked like. You could keep saying that and keep on being broke or having a money hold up or whatever. Or you could start saying, although they didn't show me, I'm finna learn it. Either way, the choice is yours. The choice is yours. Me growing up, I didn't see a whole bunch of people reading, getting books. I ain't see too much. I mean, one of my cousins, she would buy us books. Me and my sister when we was kids. But then later on, I didn't see nobody else with books. Like just, reading like on their own. My closet is filled with books. I got a top shelf and then I got a second shelf of books. Okay? Of books. Now, you think I'm going to be like, well, they never told me. They never told me, showed me the read and all this other stuff. And I dropped out of school when I was in the 6th grade. Then later on went back to school, was placed in special ed in the 9th grade. When I went to high school, after I came from this all girls program, was placed in special ed. And you think I'm going to be like, I'm going to let that shit stop me? You think I'm going to be like, oh, well, because I was placed in special ed and, because no one ever taught me that I'm just going to stay there. Fuck that. I deserve more. And you better start showing up like you deserve more. You better start showing up like you know who the fuck you are. You better start showing up like all the stuff that you done received already. That was just a reflection of your consciousness. That's not who you currently are today. And so you better start showing up saying, listen, my name is Nunu. Okay, and people may be like, oh, you think you all of that. You think you bougie. You think you knew. Well, what I'm supposed to be, old? Okay? Stop allowing what people say to affect where the fuck you going. You hear what they saying, you like, oh, well, I can't do this because if I do this, they gonna be like this. Fuck them. Who cares? Who cares? I had to start having this backbone like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I will block you. I will block you. I started having boundaries. Okay, now my boundaries I could work on some more, but I started incorporating boundaries. Once upon a time, I mean, it's way better than not having any at all, because once upon a time, I damn sure didn't have boundaries. And then I started incorporating boundaries. And then, sometimes when people have gotten away with so much shit that you have allowed, okay, they feel as though they could do whatever the fuck they want in your life. And then when you impose on them, like, listen, big bro, you used to do that, but we're not doing that no more. Then they feel a certain type of way. Why? Because they feel entitled sometimes. And you have to bring them back to reality. I owe you absolutely, positively nothing. I don't owe you a damn thing. That's how you have to start looking at your life. And if whomever get upset, let them get upset. Who the fuck cares? This is your life. This is your life. You prefer to be stressed out? You prefer to have your peace interrupted because you want to be liked? Because you want to be accepted by people who don't even like or accept themselves? Like, do it make sense? Do it make sense? This is what you have to realize and understand. When you start accepting and loving yourself and having boundaries, those people that you're afraid to let go of because of the attachment issues, once you start letting go of them, one of the things you have to understand is the universe is going to replace them with someone better. There's somebody that's going to appreciate your boundaries. You just got to get over that hurdle, that hump. That's what you got to get over. You got to get over the fact of, you know what? I came in this world by myself. I'm leaving by myself. I don't need to be liked by everybody. Everybody don't need to get me. And that's okay. Because the right ones will get me. You think I give a fuck about, if they gonna get the message, I say, I hope you guys got something from this, but that's not gonna stop me from doing videos. I've been doing videos for fucking 5.5 years. You think I'm worried about, if they gonna watch it? I showed up when it was only like 2 people fucking watching it. And it was Antonio and it was Lee Boy. When I first started. You think I give a fuck about no, because you know what? I'm so confident that I know the universe ain't gonna tell me something or give me downloads and be like, all right, well, let me just see you feel. I don't serve or I don't fuck with stuff like that. Okay? I know the universe, whenever it gives you a download or gives you something or God, Allah, whatever it is, source you believe in, it gave it to you for a reason. It's not going to tell you to write a book and be like, all right, well, you write that book and then you're not going to get no sales. No, it's not like that. That's your ego. Your ego is telling you shit like that. Girl, don't write that book because if you write that book, nobody going to buy it. Girl, don't write that book. If you write that book, they going to be pissed off with you. Fuck if they pissed off. Who cares? Who cares if they pissed off? And it's not so much they pissed off, it's their belief systems that's really pissed off. It's their ego that's really pissed off. See, you shining a light on the darkness. And that's the issue. That's really the issue. But you got to understand, sometimes in life, you got to shine a light on the darkness to bring the light out of the person. And hey, you got to be willing to do it. And I'm not saying I'm just going to go around shining the light. No, because you ain't here to save no goddamn body. You ain't here to save people. You here to fuck with you, to pay attention to the lessons and whatever it is. And you here to enjoy this thing called fucking life. You here to, whatever it is that you want on this physical realm, you are able to attract it. You are able to manifest that shit. You are able to do that. But as long as you're like, well, I gotta be Captain Save a Hoe. Captain who? I'm not saving nobody. I'm not saving nobody. I mean, I learn and then I'll put out whatever it is. I'll put out value and the right person to catch it. But I'm not worried about, oh, is it, before I would look at the numbers. Nowadays, I don't really pay attention to the numbers. Honey, I got two Facebook pages, a TikTok and a YouTube. I don't have time to be like so caught up. Oh, is the numbers working? Is it going? I mean, I'm focused. I'm in my energy field. I'm in doing the thing that I love to do. I don't have time to allow, whatever it is. No, I'm excited because I'm like, shit, people watch it. They getting it. Okay? But I'm not doing it like, oh, well, if they don't watch it, I'm not going to do it. Then that means you're doing it for the wrong reasons. That means that you really wasn't doing it for your purpose or whatever. It was because of something else. You got to pay attention. My youngest son said to me the other day, he said, how long you going to do these videos for? I said, until I die. Okay? Until I die. Now, energy don't die. It transforms. But for him to get it, I said, until I die. You got to be whatever it is that you want. You got to stand on it. You got to understand that this is it. You got to be so passionate about that you like, and I'm not saying like be so passionate that you lose sleep. I don't agree with that shit. But you gotta really enjoy what you do. Who would have ever known? Like me just being authentic, right? That I'm able to connect with people. Like, I'm able to connect with more people, me being authentic and me appreciating who I am, kinky and all, as opposed of the way I used to be. Because the way I used to be, I was very bougie, okay? I thought I was better than, honey, I thought I was better, okay? People, some of you guys, you be like, ooh, one guy on here again say, I wish her hair was like this. And I said, honey, that person, she ain't here no more. Okay? Honey, she ain't here. Because if she was here, she wouldn't even probably date you. And I'm not saying I would date him. But what I'm saying is she thought she was better than you. Okay? So, you gotta start getting the lessons. And I'm still learning. Okay? I'm still learning. I'm still going through it. And I will forever learn until I release this avatar. I will forever be on this wave until I release this avatar. And also, whenever you going through stuff, you growing through stuff. One of the things Lisa Nichols has said, and it stuck with me. She said, it is there so you can understand that you're not higher than anyone else. So you can understand that you still got some learning to do. And that stuck with me. So with that being said, honey, I done did my YouTube video already for the day. I done did like 3 reels on each platform. The energy. See, when you're doing what you love, you have so much energy. Some people say, I don't have energy. That's because of what you're doing. It's like the energy is being depleted from you because of what you're doing. When I'm doing this, I have a whole bunch of energy. I done did, I think 2 or 3 reels on this Facebook page. 2 reels on my other page, my Dina Bryant Talk page. 2 videos on TikTok. And then 2 videos on, well, actually 3 videos on YouTube. It's energy. It's energy. And if you don't have a lot of energy, that could mean a few things. But I know, like, when I'm in my zone, when I'm focusing on what I do want, and when I'm enjoying what I do like to do, the energy just comes. It's so much. It's so much energy. It's like, when I'm doing these videos, right? It's times where as though I have to do the video because I got to let the energy out. It'd be so much. And sometimes it's like that, or sometimes I'm like, all right, let me just do a video because I get into that other mindset of let me do the video, let me put a video to say important or whatever. I still tell you guys, I still work through that. I still work through, and I say it like, you don't have to work so hard. And although it don't feel like work to me, because a video on other platforms, like me doing this video, it don't feel like work. My youngest son said to me last night too, he was like, how long you gonna be working for? I was like, I'm almost done. I was like, bro, I'm almost done. Okay. What, 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 20 minutes? I mean, damn. Life is really amazing. Life is really amazing. Life is what you perceive it to be. What you perceive it to be. And so with that being said, I'm going to catch you guys later. Make sure you're rocking out, believing in yourself, fucking with you. And make sure you guys send in some stars. Okay? Honey, you can send $1. Okay? The stars are available, so you can send them. Okay? Start sending them stars. I like money. Okay? Start sending them. And with that being said, do understand you are capable of changing your reality. But first, you got to question it. You got to start questioning your reality. Why this showing up? Why I keep going through this? Why I'm going through that? You got to start questioning it. Okay? Stop name blaming. Stop doing the name blame game. If they would have did this, I wouldn't be the way I am. You probably would have been worse than what you are. And I'm not saying you're worse, but you probably would have been in a much worse predicament than what you are in today. You don't know that. So you have either one or two choices. You're going to focus on what life could have been like if they was in your life. Or you could look at how your life is today and how it's becoming better each and every day. But the choice is yours. It always has been yours. You could show up for you, or you could show up as a victim. Whatever way you show up, remember, the universe is going to give you whatever it is you believe. You believe you deserve to live a certain type of way? I know some people that, I have heard comments where so people like, if I become, because I tell you guys, like, I invest in myself. So one of my favorite content creators is Peach McIntyre. And she because she was on welfare, she had money before she was on welfare. She was on Section 8 and all this other stuff. And she do videos and stuff. She's a content creator. And one of the things she said was, so many women be like, oh, because they have children, and they have Section 8, that they don't want to lose their Section 8. Like, the money is available. I'm afraid. You think I'm not afraid? Okay? I'm not. I am afraid. I am afraid because I know it's going to come a point in time where I'm going to have to come up off of Section 8 because of my income is skyrocketing up. I know that. I'm aware of that. But do you think that stops me? Like, oh, I can't make a video? No, I keep on pushing. I keep on going. Because why? Because my children deserve fucking better. My children deserve more. I want my children to just be like, when I buy our 8-bedroom home that we own, I want my children to just wake up in the morning and just be like so proud of me. I want my children to be like, damn, my mother really did it. I want my children to bring up memories like, you remember when we was living in that house and you used to be like, you was going to buy and we was going to own an 8-bedroom home? You remember that? And they start laughing like, look at us now. I want those memories. I want my children not to forget where they came from, but always understand that they have the ability to go wherever it is that they want to go. I want my children to understand that they know different than any fucking body else. I want my children to understand that if they see somebody else with it, I want them to know that it's possible for them. I want them to know that there's evidence that they can have it too, that they could obtain it too. I want my children to understand that they so full of love, they deserving of love. And sometimes I fuck up, right? Sometimes I do fuck up. But that's what I want for my children. I want them to know who the fuck they are. By me constantly working on myself and exposing certain pathologies, traditions, and stuff like that I still got within me. I want my children to understand that by me apologizing to them, that does not mean that I'm weak. I want my children to also understand that people that may be older than them, that they still fuck up and get it wrong. That's what I want my children to understand. So I hope you guys got something from that. I gotta go. I love you guys. Like I said, rock out. Keep on fucking with you. Keep believing in yourself. Do understand that it's obtainable. You can have whatever it is that you want. Just believe it. I don't give a fuck where you are. You could be sleeping under the bridge right now. I don't give a fuck. Do understand that whatever it is that you want is obtainable. You just got to believe in yourself. You got to see it for yourself. You got to keep on going. You got to understand that the universe or a source is going to send people your way. You're not here by yourself. And I know before I said, yeah, you're going to have to do it by yourself. No, what I mean is the people who you want to do it with, they're not going to necessarily be able to go because they're not ready for whatever it is that you're doing. They still comfortable where they are, and that's okay too. But once you get started, the universe is going to make sure somebody is always there to pick you up. Somebody is always there. Your frequency, your energy, and everything, and your vibration, you following your heart is always going to make sure you good. Always. It's going to be times where so you can't even fathom. You can't even put the shit into words. You're like, what the fuck? You trying to explain it to somebody and they not there yet, so they don't get it. They may be like, oh, and that happened, but they don't feel the energy. They don't feel it the way you feel it. Because you know what just transpired. Damn, I went to the supermarket. This person just asked me, to come on a TV show. And all this shit just start coming together. Synchronicity just start coming together. Or everything. It's like, honey, I'm getting excited. It's like a whole fucking 360 just all coming together. The whole full circle. You're like, oh shit, this shit don't make sense. If that didn't happen, then that went in. And then you focus on where you are. You so focused and so disgruntled about where you are, not understanding that where you are, if it's not for where you are, you won't be where you soon to be. If it wasn't for where I was all them years ago and what I've been through, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be, getting ready to buy an 8-bedroom home very soon. Very soon. Okay, my children be like, but when? I'd be like, the universe putting it together. Okay? This shit is magic. The universe is putting it together. Okay? Very soon. Don't ask me when, the why, ain't my business. I just put out what I want. That's it. And I leave it alone. That's it. And so with that being said, I love you guys. Keep rocking out. Catch you guys later. Peace.